Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Rackenport, and this is A Wonderful World of Life. In this documentary, we'll be covering one of the most important aspects of human life: death. My, what a mess. Didn't think this through, did you? Well, don't worry, Betty, we're going to help. For those of you out there that might be in a similar situation, such as our dear Betty, we're going to cover many ways of properly disposing a body. Now, the first basic instinct is to call the police. That, however, is wrong. Firstly, that will lead to prison. Prison leads to sexual slavery and gang rape. Now, do you want to become someone's bitch and be traded for cigarettes, Betty? Secondly, police officers need to track you down. That way they can feel like they've accomplished something. Imagine if every criminal turned themselves in. Our police force would get fat and lazy. Do you really want that, Betty? We asked top medical scientists about ways of properly disposing a human body. Burying a body is a tried and true way. Location is key. A forest is the best place due to the fact that if the body gets unearthed, small woodland creatures can devour the evidence. Of course, getting the body there is a different matter. You must ask yourself these 3 questions. Do you have a wheelbarrow? A dolly? A little red wagon? Okay then, dismemberment is the only other option. Now the most important thing to remember, Betty. Betty, where did she run off to? The most important thing is to bleed them. Bleed them dry, eliminating the possibility of a large quantity of evidence being, there you are. As I was saying, bleed them dry. God damn it, look! If you don't want our help, there are many other people who need to dispose of a body that would be much more appreciative of our services. Okay then. To avoid a bloody mess, merely hang the body by the feet over a bathtub, then slit the throat, letting the blood seep out, though it appears you've already created quite a mess. Don't worry, Betty, our sponsors can help with that. That's right, folks, Execrable Cleaner. For those tough, hard-to-clean stains, let the cleaner do the work for you. That's Execrable Cleaner from Hotter's Height and Health, now in raspberry flavor. The body, being dead weight, naturally seems heavier. So use something that slides easily when transporting it, such as a welcome mat or perhaps an old quilt. While we wait for Betty, here's a diagram of how to properly hang a body from your bathroom ceiling. Now the body should be bound tightly at the ankles. The rope or cord should be hooked directly above the body with a number 3 hook, then rerouted to the shower head to extend just slightly binding around the faucet. Then connecting with the double knot to the sink, the main pivot line should run parallel around the curtain support, following down to anchor point A of the soap holder, extending back up around the rod and being redirected by a pulley to pivot point E, looping around said privy to a stationary counterweight. Very good. Now that the body has been drained, commence dismembering. While you do that, I shall explain the proper cleaning techniques for the bathtub. First, fill the bathtub halfway with warm water. Add 2 gallons of bleach. If it's within your means, I recommend the fluorescent. It adds a special touch. Let soak for about 2 days, then drain. Leave the shower running for at least 3 days or until all the blood is gone. Repeat these steps 3 times. Very good. Now let's get rid of that body. Now moving a body is a tricky task. Ensure everything is secure and do try to remember the weight. Even a body with no blood is still very heavy. Dragging the body is a much better option because the weight is much more manageable and moving the body is made simpler. Remember to check for witnesses before going outside. Much better. As I said earlier, forests are key places. If you're lucky enough to live near a park or forest, all the better. Of course, if you're not a strong digger or merely don't feel like digging, you can always dump the body in a river. No fuss, no muss. A secluded bridge is always a prime place to dispose of a body. Oh my, who is that? Now, Betty, what did I say about witnesses? Secluded bridges are a treasure trove of possibilities, so always remember to utilize them whenever possible. Cremation. Burn the body to ashes and bury the bones, although the smell of human flesh leaves something to be desired, so do remember to stand down when. Of course, seeing as you already have a fire... nothing like a good meal, with friends and loved ones all gathered around the table. Remember, good etiquette mandates that you serve and drink red wine with red meats. I recommend a Merlot. A good Merlot can accentuate the meat, and if you used garlic when you cooked it, it really makes the flavor pop. Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you for joining us this evening. I hope to see you next time with our next documentary, How to Stalk That Special Someone You Love. I'm Dr. Rackenport, and this is A Wonderful World of Life.